This video will demonstrate how you can redo an area of a restoration when you can't undo it using the History panel. Sometimes you may be done or almost done with a restoration, but when it is reopened after being closed, you discover an area you have already repaired that you are not pleased with and want to redo. You can't back up in the History panel, and you are pleased with the rest of the restoration so far and don't want to start over. There are two ways to solve this depending on your workflow. If you started the project by duplicating the background layer, you can temporarily hide your working layer, then select the background layer and create a selection of just the area you want to redo on your working layer. Be sure when selecting it to be generous in your selection and to apply a small feather radius such as 5 pixels to it, then choose the Layer via Copy command. The working layer can be turned back on, and the copied repair layer can then be moved above the working layer, but below any adjustment layers the working layer may have. Once that has been done, if it needs its own adjustment layer applied to match the working layer, be sure to apply the adjustment clipped to affect only the repair layer. Then merge the adjustment layer down onto the repair layer. Excess can be erased from the repair layer, then it can be merged with the working layer to begin redoing the area you are not satisfied with on it. If you did not duplicate the background layer before you started the restoration, there is another way you can redo only the area you are not happy with. For this redo method, reopen the original file and arrange the original and working documents two up to be able to easily access both of them simultaneously. Before adding content from your original file into your working file, if your working file has any adjustment layers applied to it, it will be helpful to temporarily choose to hide them. With the original file active, a generous selection is made with a small feather radius of 5 pixels applied to it. Then moved into your working file using the Move tool. Then the original file can be closed without saving any changes. Once the selection has been added to the working file, move it approximately into its desired position, above the working layer and below any adjustment layers. To position the replacement content over the area you want to redo, magnify in to be able to accurately view and work on the area first. Once you have done that, lower the opacity of the repair layer enough to see both layers, and use the up, down, left, and right arrow keys to move it into position. When the repair layer is turned off and on at 100% opacity with no visible shift in its position, the repair layer has been perfectly aligned with the original content below it. Any existing adjustment layers should now be turned back on. If any separate adjustment layers are required to match the new repair layer with the existing working layer, be sure to clip the adjustment layer so that it will affect only the repair layer. Then merge the adjustment layer down and erase extra unneeded content from the repair layer. When the repair layer appears to blend seamlessly in its positioning and tonal quality with the working layer below it, and all excess has been removed, merge it down, then continue the restoration project.